This real quick and say this. First of all, I picked up my phone, and when I picked up my phone, I had a few text messages of some screenshots. And so, since Bird want to keep talking, okay, that's what we're going to call Bird. We're going to call her Bird. Let me go ahead and address a few things, because I know you on here under one of your little fake pages. So we're going to go ahead and address a few things really quickly, okay? Girl, I want one. I know they be wanting these roast, honey. Listen, first of all, ain't nothing bad-bodied over here. Let's be clear. Come with something deeper than that. Like, come with something better than that. That's the first thing lames want to throw out is about somebody's body or about somebody's hair. All that surface shit. Come with something deeper. Let's talk about your morals or lack thereof. Let's talk about your integrity or lack thereof. Let's talk about that. Okay? Let's talk about some stuff that actually has a little bit of substance. Okay? Secondly, girl, you're talking about I filed bankruptcy. Yes, sweetie. After your boyfriend filed. After he filed. So I didn't want everything to fall on me, not because I couldn't take care of everything. So let's get the facts straight. But I'm sure you have still continued to listen to all the lies that he gave. You know what? I finally understand why you was able to be a side chick for 5 years, because you dumb. That's why. I didn't know how slow you really were. But you've been calling me slow for years on Beyonce's internet right here. And I ain't said nothing. But now I understand how you've been able to be a side chick, how you was able to do that for 5 years. Because you really slow. And then he still ain't out with you. That is called slow. Get yourself some morals. Get yourself some integrity. Do yourself a heart check. And let me be clear. Where's your daughter? Because you said you having family day with y'all 5 kids. I got 4 with them. You got 1 and then another child. Now, you can't count either. I already know you don't know the difference between here and here, HEARNHERE. But you can't count either? So, somebody said, please press charges. Girl, y'all know I'm already handling all of that. And then for you to say you aren't talking about me, girl, you still got a whole video of me with my then husband. For what? What you got that for? For what? See, that's slow too, baby girl. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest. If I was with a dude, and he my man, and he got a video of him with another woman, and trying to show it to me, send it to me, anything me, I would be like, do you still want her? Can you stop talking about her? Why are you sending me this video of you and her? Like, that don't make you think that, like, slow. Okay? I've been choosing to be there, but let me make something very clear. Okay? And I'm saying this because I'm sure that the little fake profiles are watching anyway. So, you see me. Let me make something very clear. My choosing to be professional, to handle my business, to ignore you, does not negate the fact that I will whoop your ass. And I mean that with everything in me. Period. Now, you already know I've pulled up on you before. And let me say this to the people who are on the whole, like, this ain't nothing about no man. Let me be very clear about that, because I done got a couple of DMs like, this what he want women fighting over him. This ain't got nothing to do with no man at all. I gave that up in 2020. This is 2023. I left him in 2020. Ain't been back since. So it has nothing to do with no man at all. I don't care about him. Don't want his attention. I don't need him. Don't want him. It has everything to do with, as a woman, why do you continuously think that you're going to keep coming for me? Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Why do you think that? And any woman on here that's been in that position, I'm talking to you too. If you have been messing with somebody's husband and they give that man to your ass, take your ass on and live in Everland, happily ever after land. Go on and do your thing. Live your life.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed. If you are, if you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this conversation/reality chat. Now, you heard I started it off with some clips from a couple of different lives that Melody did on her Instagram account, which I got the information courtesy of the YouTube channel What's Happening. I will put links to those full videos in the description box so you can go and check those out. But listen, I'm not here to just say, oh, Melody went off on Arion, because she absolutely did, and 100% well deserved, definitely much overdue, because this little ragamuffin, this little, like she called her bird, this little girl, she's not a woman. This little girl has been going off here and there on social media talking about this dumbass Martell and his ex-wife that, like Melody said, gave him up. She got rid of him in 2020. This is 2023, the middle. Actually, we're past the middle mark of 2023. And this little dodo head bird brain chick, little girl, is still making a fool of herself since she did, well, definitely since she did the do with the dumbass hotel, but also since she did the sit down with Tasha K on her platform and really exposed how stupid she really is. This is not a woman. She's a girl. And while I respect the fact that Melody took the time out of her extremely busy schedule to let this chick know that don't come for me or I will whoop your, you know what? She is not dealing with someone who has all of her screws tightened. She's not all there. Because here's the thing, although there are some pick-me's, some chicks that are just there for the aesthetics of a male who will screw a male without catching feelings. And there definitely are some chicks out there that probably have done that with Hotel. He picked a certain type, and any person that he could have just walked up to, not knowing his background, even if they didn't know his background, any person that he could just walk up to and say, I want you to be my girlfriend, and he was supposed to be an adult, would not have a conversation with him, let alone go anywhere with him and sleep with him. Only a little girl would do something like that. He had his target picked because he is a predator. Predators know their prey. You know, when it comes to Melody, who is an extremely beautiful woman, she got with someone in college, fell for the jokey personality, probably was like a class clown. He definitely wasn't a scholar, and he definitely was someone that had the looks and was playing sports. And she went off of the superficial lesson learned, and unfortunately, one that is playing out for the rest of her children's lives, that she has to deal with this clown. But she fell for the aesthetics of this person, but she definitely had the brains, and she was much younger at that time. We all make bad decisions in life, especially when we are learning and we are growing. Melody was in a stage in her life where she was learning and growing, and he lucked up. When it comes to Coleslaw, she was a child, and he knew it. And even though he's stupid, he is not that dumb. So he knew exactly what his target was. He found his target, and she fell for it because she is an immature child. I don't care what her age is. She is extremely immature. All of the screws are not tightened. The elevator doesn't go all the way up to the top level. And any chick that would still be out here speaking about this person's ex-wife, that the ex-wife was the one that initiated everything, even if she didn't, but the ex-wife initiated the dumping, the removal, the good riddance of, and would be out here, whether it is on social media or not, still talking about the ex-wife. You clearly are sick. So she's not just slow, she's sick. And so I can appreciate Melody responding to this chick, because I did listen to some of that video on that YouTube channel that had the phone call with Coleslaw. But I mean, honestly, I was like, is this really going on? So that's one of the reasons why I didn't come out and talk about it. But I listened to it, and the fact that this chick, I said it then, I was like, is she still talking about Melody at this point in time? Why is she doing this? And yeah, she and Hotel were exposed for trying to expose Melody with revenge, PORN. But like Melody said, why would an individual, a female, have content, a video, even if it was a still shot of yours alleged man with someone that he was with before? Why would you have that? Something is wrong with you. Something is seriously wrong with an individual that would do something like that. So Melody was like, if any man would show me content of him with another female, I would be asking questions like, do you still want her? I mean, we all know that he does. It's never going to happen. So it disgusts me even more to just think back on the beginning of the season currently running of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and to see his shiny head, this coon, excuse my language, cheesing and grinning and shucking and jiving, acting like he and Melody are all good. And Melody was giving him the cold shoulder. She was paying him dust. And those people that really are more his friends than hers would act as if, oh, he's trying to be kind. He just wants to walk you to your car. It's dark outside, blah, blah, blah. She knew the real deal, and she's been trying. Like she said on this video, I see a lot, I hear a lot, but I don't respond to a lot. I'm just trying to live my life, just trying to conduct my businesses, take care of my children, and be who I am without involving myself in all of this drama. But you keep trying to pull me into it. So now here you go. I'm giving you what you asked for because you really want a response. She's like that barking dog. I gave an analogy, something along those lines on another video that didn't have anything to do with Love and Marriage Huntsville, but just saying, when a dog keeps barking and they just keep barking, you really want them to shut up. It doesn't help for you to just yell and say, shut up, quit barking. They're going to keep barking. If you just ignore it, eventually they will settle down and they'll go to sleep, or they'll just stop barking. But there are some dogs that are a little bit touched and they will just keep barking. Coleslaw is that dog that just will keep barking no matter how much you ignore it. And at some point, you just have to swat their ass so that they will shut up, to let them know that you mean business. And that's why Melody came out and said, just because I've been silent doesn't mean that I won't whoop your ass. And it needed to be said. Listen, she said what needed to be said. I don't blame her one bit. But unfortunately, Coleslaw, she is touched. The girl ain't all there. She's extremely immature. She's not a woman. You can't deal rationally with someone who is irrational. So it really is going to take something happening to Coleslaw, and Melody don't need to get her hands dirty. She's not worthy of even being touched by Melody. But we have choices and decisions in life. She's going to get her just due. She and Hotel, they're going to get their just due. I don't know when. I don't know 100% how. But Melody, deal with things the legal way. Don't get your hands dirty. I mean, I get it. You're letting her know, and also letting Hotel know, don't try me, because I got hands. But even better, I got options. I got lawyers. And I got laws on my side. And people like that, they really need to be shut down in a way where, one good ass whooping is just not going to cut it. Because they're almost demonic, if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, this really is demonic. I don't really know any other way to say it, because Melody is not the first woman to be cheated on, and unfortunately, she will not be the last. I'm not saying that to say I don't have sympathy for people who go through that, because as much as some people say all men cheat, that's not true. All men do not cheat. Now, I'm not trying to sound like Tisha, because her husband, in my opinion, is a cheater. So I'm not talking about those losers from Huntsville, but all people have issues and all men have issues, but infidelity isn't every man's issue. There are some men that deal with addiction issues. There are some men that deal with just a number of different things. But I'm just saying that to say, with this situation, even though Melody isn't the first or the last woman to be cheated on, most situations are not like this one. This is extremely demonic. Hotel is, in my opinion, a psychopath. I believe he is a narcissist. And I believe that bird brain, Coleslaw, is not just slow, she's sick. I believe that the girl really has some mental health issues. I truly believe that. I'm not sure of what it could be, but there's something more there. And this definitely is spiritual. This definitely is demonic. I believe that Melody has people that prays for her, prays with her, prays over her. But I believe that this is a situation that she's really going to have to go to the Lord about to break some curses, some demonic forces that are operating through these psychopathic individuals to try to come against her and to tear her down. Because the spirit of jealousy, the Bible speaks about it, that God hates a jealous spirit, and it goes deeper than the grave. A jealous spirit goes deeper than the grave. So what that essentially says is that the spirit of jealousy will drive people who really thrive in that spirit to hurt, harm, and potentially take someone out of here. So she really, really, really needs to get her security detail up if it isn't already. I believe that she has that. And she definitely needs to be moving forward with some things in the criminal justice system, civilly. I mean, she could do it too, not saying it's going to mean anything, because she'll just get some paper judgments that she can't collect on. But the things that Coleslaw has said and done and continues to do are clearly sick moves. They're sick. She's not just slow. She's definitely sick. We already know that Hotel, he is like her puppet master. And it's extremely weird, because if she is still, she's still sleeping with this scumbag, there's so many transference of spirits that are happening there. The soul ties are really, really deep. And this fool doesn't care anything about her. And if it does come down to a criminal situation, you best believe that he is going to implicate her and probably try to say that he didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't give it to her. He may have had it on his phone, but he doesn't know how she got it. She must have tapped into his phone, or they were sleeping in the same bed together, and I have a thumbprint for how I can unlock my phone. And while I was asleep, she used my thumb to unlock my phone, and she searched through my phone and she got it. Like, I could see him doing that, because we all know how he has tried to disparage his ex-wife, Melodyshari Rogers, putting respect on her name, and how he tried to make her out to be the one to have been cheating on him. So this revenge PORN situation, he's been plotting this situation, because he knew that he had that content. And he knew back then, when he was trying to lie about her and say that she was out here sleeping around with other people, he knew he had that content, and he had plans to try to release that, not show himself, and act as if that was some other person that she was with, to prove what he has been saying about her, that she is out here sleeping around with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, when it has been him doing that. And he said over and over again, I'm not going to take the blame anymore for this marriage failing. We both were doing things. No, it was you. It was you. And trying to make her out to be this promiscuous, loose woman after the divorce. And I don't want to be with you anymore. You've been with too many other men for me to want you anymore. What, really? So he's been trying to disparage her character for far too long. And I love the fact that she was like, this is not about any man, which Hotel is not a man. But she was letting the people know this has nothing to do with him in terms of me fighting for him or being upset that she got with him and now that ruined my marriage. She's like, no, I found out about it. Yeah, I may have tried to work some things out in the past, but I was done. No more. You can have him if you want him. So because I have given him to you, why do you keep discussing me? Because this is demonic. It's more than just about Hotel. It's demonic when it comes to Hotel, and it is definitely demonic when it comes to Coleslaw. It is not just her being slow. It is definitely her being sick. So I just wanted to talk about this, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here, liking and subscribing. Melody, she definitely brought the fireworks a day before the 4th of July. So I'm here for it. I'm just like, girl, shoot them off. Do what you got to do. Say what you got to say. You got your supporters that are behind you, supporting you. And I'm one of them. I may not label myself as a millimeter, but I definitely stand on the side of right. And there have been no lies detected when it comes to what Melody shared. There definitely has been nothing wrong that she has said and done. And she continues to move in silence, even though she chose to speak her piece the day before the 4th of July and got those fireworks going in response to the BS that these two losers have been doing and trying to keep her name in their mouths. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'm Beth. I'm just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.